Not too many people are new homeowners here. It's usually people that have owned like back in the day before it started coming up, and then a lot of like maybe estate sales, people died, probate, etc. So we're seeing a lot of that because of a lot of people from New York, LA, around the country moving to Atlanta, and they're moving to Buckhead. They're not moving to like the country or parts of Georgia. So they're coming here. So they're building a lot of rental buildings. A lot of these buildings are less than 3 years old. This is 3 years old. This building right here. Yeah, so I have a unit in this building and also another one about a mile away. Nice. And so one of the issues that I do see happening real soon is that there's a lot of overbuilding. So they're building more product than there are people that actually live there or afford to. And because of the competition, you know, it's $2,000 a month for a studio in this building.
For a studio?
Yeah. Wow. But my other unit, you can find a 1-bedroom there for $13.95, and you're still in Buckhead. You even have a better view of downtown. So when you look at this building, which is going to come up, there's one right behind it, which they just finished about a month ago, still empty. Like nobody's in there yet. And so when they're going to be starting at these high prices, at some point in time, who are you going to find to rent it? You know, and then perfect example, this building is halfway empty and it's always been half empty.
Well,
it's never been full capacity.
Price point so much higher than
because the amenities. So what they're really doing is selling you the amenities, not necessarily the unit. But you know, for the most part, you don't really use the amenities. Like people don't really use amenities. To be honest, it just sounds good. You know, you may use the gym, but I mean, the gym is not necessarily. I mean, you don't need chandeliers in your gym. You need a bench press that works. You know, and so I think that's really what Buckhead is kind of doing right now, just because of the prestige they're trying to cater to a customer that's really not going to be here in a year, 2 years. And so I'll show you guys the building, and you guys can have an idea, and then we can go to the amenities on the 8th floor. Let's have a conversation. Okay, appreciate it. So the amenities, the 8th floor is where all the amenities are. So it's called the mansion. So it's basically like they built a house on the 8th floor. And it's got a pool, it's got a movie theater, 2 living rooms, gym, cigar room.
That's why they charge you that $2,000.
Yeah, but most people don't use it. I mean, for the most part, every time I've been in there, I've had the movie theater to myself several times. Like several times. So I don't, you know, people aren't really using it.
Everybody's usually out and about to come in and time.
People that can afford to stay in a building like this, they don't really hang out, like they work hard. You know, so for the most part, if they're not out and about doing what they do, when they come home, they're relaxing. They're not trying to hang around, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so this is like that's the 8th floor. So this is basically the amenities floor. The pool, it's only 4 feet, so that way it's like drown proof. You know, like you don't really need a lifeguard, because if anybody falls in there, any child falls in there, anybody can save anybody.
It's only 4 feet.
Yeah. And so
this is a beautiful view, though.
Yeah. So behind this is the north tower that we're in. That's the south tower. If that tower wasn't there, you'd see downtown Atlanta. So people that are in this building kind of don't have a really good view because they're just looking at buildings and stuff. But in that building, you get a great view. So as you can see in Buckhead, there's just residential going up everywhere, and I really think they're gonna have a difficult time. So you can just knock that out. So each unit is pretty much the same type of building materials. They use hardwood laminate. You know, maybe spend a little bit more on some shinier cabinets or your lighting. All things that you can find at the Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon. There's a couple. You may know them, Sarah and Randall. So there are a couple here in Atlanta, 30 years old. They do a lot of flips. They do about maybe 50 flips a year. I was in their last flip that they sold to a celebrity chef. Their faucet, it was a luxury faucet, but I've seen it before. They got it off of Amazon for like $80.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, you guys know what's up. You know, and so like, you know, $80. And I think they sold the house for $495. You know, so it's really just about how you can use your creativity to build your seat. Step on me out here real quick. Messed up, sorry. So I mean, eventually, ultimately, this is what you want to get to, is being a developer. You want to be able to build large large scale properties of this magnitude. But I think you have to really just keep in mind of like where you're building, who you're building for. I don't think building in Buckhead is ever a bad idea.
For a developer, what would be the first step that a developer would take, to start going in the direction of building something like this magnitude?
So that's probably what you want to find out before you even buy the land, to find out like, can I actually do, 19-story tower here? And if they say yeah, okay, cool. Then you go about finding the land, etc. After you've acquired the land, then you want to start shopping for the contractor or the builder that's actually going to do the construction for you. As a developer, you never really want to do it yourself unless you already have a construction company and you already have the equipment, the labor force, the experience. If not, then you want to just find a contractor or a builder that's, has experience in building what you're trying to build. That's what like the importance of like baseboards, of like light switches, the dimmer switches, something as simple as this. It's better than the, exactly. It's just the little
subtle things that make it pop. So what would you say is one of your major selling points when you are selling a property to an investor? Like, what are the things you kind of focus on that they may be looking for?
So number one, I always start with like, what's the cash flow going to be, the return on their investment? Okay. Because I always try to tell investors, like, never get emotional, never think about the area, the look of the property. If it makes money or if it's going to make you what you're looking for, then that's what we focus on first, and then everything else is secondary. Because at the end of the day, I want you to make money off the deal. Not that it looks pretty, it looks good, but it's not cash flow.
Yeah. Then it has to make sense.
Yeah, definitely. I do think they did a great job on the amenities. I think that's probably the reason why they do command the price that they do, even though I still think it's too high. But I love, as far as the creative mind, whoever was behind that. So it's definitely something you want to just take note.
So as far as redeveloping, right? Do you have an architect that you work with, or anybody that helps you?
Not in Georgia. Right now, I'm still building together my team. Like I interviewed some title agents and attorneys yesterday that I think is going to be a great fit. Still looking for a builder. There's so many down here, but Georgia also has a stigma of not having reliable builders. Apparently, like a lot of people flake down here.
They'll start the process and we'll finish, and then
you could be stuck with half a building. And so it's one of those things that, okay, who has the most integrity? Or
just to give it that feel.
Yeah.
Now you're charging them on the other end.
Yep. Of it. And now you can, their rent goes up there to $7,500 above market. Just amenities like this, things like this, which you won't necessarily like find. The black wallpaper is like $5. Regular hotel carpet you can find for $3 a square foot. 75-inch, 80-inch TV, it's like $2 grand, and then you have the light, just give it that feel. So that you come in and you have this place to yourself for a few hours and you just relax and chill. This is really nice. So yeah, I just really like whoever was the interior designer, they were thinking as far as the design. And I just say again, they weren't thinking when it came to the price, given the competition that they have, a couple blocks down the street.
So as a developer, building your team, so who are the key players in your team as you're building?
Okay, your broker, if you have somebody that's helping you find the site, very important, because they have to understand the area. They may be the ones to let you know, hey, it's not zoned over there for that, let's look over here. Your architect, or whoever's designing the building, because the design of the building is what is really, that's your product. So you want to make sure that you have something that after it's up, it's going to be something that people like to even live in. If you have a terrible architect, you could build a beautiful building, but people are going to come in and the rooms are too small, it's too narrow, it doesn't really feel like home. They're going to go somewhere else, Or they won't stay long term. They'll stay with you for a year, 2 years. They find something else better, and they're not going to renew the lease and they're out of there. So yeah, your broker, your architect, your real estate attorney. Whoever you have that's going to be helping you get your variances or your zoning changes or any type of back and forth that you're going to have with the city, the town, the municipality. You want to make sure that you have somebody that knows how to do that. And so there's a gentleman, Jamaican guy in New Jersey, his name's Patrick Turbo.
Okay.
He's responsible for probably all of the approvals, like architectural approvals in East Orange and Essex County for all the towers. All he does on the behalf of the developers is just get the site approved to build on.
That's all he does.
He doesn't he doesn't come up with the plans, he doesn't help you find the property. He's the one that goes to the town and makes it happen. That's all he does. And so he's an expert in that. So the developers go to him when they need that. Yeah, they go to somebody that they know has a track record of doing anything like that, instead of just getting somebody that they know that they found on Google. And so you want to do that, find people that have that track record and that name for it, you know.
So how do you find people that have a good history or good credibility when it
Gotcha.
comes to these things?
You really just got to get out there and just meet people, talk to people, see who people are talking about. You know, so it's not really, sometimes you can get lucky and find it on Google and the internet, but for the most part, you just got to get out there. You can go to real estate meetings, you can go to seminars, just talk to people that have been in that city, in that area for a long time, that are in real estate. They may have come across a lot of people over time, and you just really just build relationships, and you really just want to go off of word of mouth. You can go to the city and actually ask them who's the best in town, because everybody has to come through them.
Yeah.
And so I remember they did that. They had in Newark, New Jersey, the city of Newark introduced me to a young black developer who's 39 years old, but who gets busy. And they were like, if you're trying to do what you're trying to do,
Get with this.
you need to get with him. And so, you know, when I got to know him, I was like, okay, yeah, he really is the truth. You know, he had purchased up 30 lots in the same area where I bought property. He had built Class A towers just like this one in Hoboken and other areas. And this was a 39-year-old dude.
Yeah.
You know, and so, yeah, the city would probably be where I'd start,
Okay.
because they know everybody who's in town. Because you want to do anything, you got to
have to go through them, so-
yeah. So yeah, that one. Any property I go to is the kitchen. Wow.
And this is still considered the mansion.
Yep, this entire building is a mansion.
It's empty. Nobody's in it.
It's always like this. And that's why I used to like it. So a lot of times I used to come here, my laptop, sit down, just get work done, be in here all by myself for hours. You know, and of course, you know, free coffee and stuff like that, you know, the little perks. But you know, I think they put a lot of effort into making it feel like a house.
Home sweet home.
Exactly. You know, like you don't see stuff like this in an apartment building. This feels like something you would have in your home.
Yeah.
You know, they got the farm sink. You know, the stuff that, you know, feels warm. And so they put a lot of thought into that. And then the living rooms as well. To building and real estate. It's not just buy low, sell high.
Yeah, it's a lot more that goes into it.
Definitely. And so you can tell when somebody really put the thought into how this is gonna feel when somebody walks in, as opposed to, you know, how cheap can we get it done, how fast can we get it done. Gotcha. So, and always the security eye in the sky. Make sure everything is safe. Yeah. And so I think they also tried to not just make this a place that feels comfortable to relax and chill, but do work. So a lot of people use this as a meeting space. You know?
Do they provide free Wi-Fi?
Yeah, free Wi-Fi everywhere in the building. And so depending on which tower you're in, it's either mansion 1 or mansion 2. Sometimes it can be slow, so you always gonna have your own. But
You can have business meetings maybe.
yeah, all the time, man. A lot of people that, you know, if they work from home, or I know Jay's had several meetings in here. There's a woman that lives on the 12th floor. Her name's Hope Wiseman. She's the youngest African-American marijuana dispensary owner in the country. 25 years
What's her
old.
name again?
Hope Wiseman.
Hope Wiseman.
Yeah, it's my home.
Alright.
She has a lot of her meetings here. She owns a dispensary just outside of DC. You know, and you know, a lot of times she just, this is where they come with a lot of the greatest ideas.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and then let's go to the gym. So this mansion does close at 11 p.m. It's a pretty basic gym.
Can you come to visit?
Yeah, that one's the 24-hour one's always open with the 24 So it's a pretty basic gym. The one thing that does come with it is chandeliers. Because you
Chandeliers in the
typically
gym.
don't have chandeliers in your gyms.
So what is the mindset behind that? What do you think are the target?
I don't know. I mean, I know it feels better. You know, if you look at most gyms, LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, it feels, this rubber floors, it just feels like, it doesn't really feel like yours. And so I think that them doing this makes it feel like it's yours, like it's home. Having carpet instead of rubber floors, having chandeliers, making it really bright, there's a lot of natural light. You know, most gyms, there's no windows at all. You're just in there with a bunch of TVs. You know, and so having all the natural light and being able to see pink flowers and, you know, see some of the skyline is just, you know, it's a different type of ambiance.
This is the first time I've seen chandeliers in the gym.
Yeah.
That's pretty different.
You know, so, yeah, so I mean, you know, there was definitely some thought put into this. And so I guess we can head outside to the courtyard and we can kind of sit down and just get to
Okay.